Yeah, in this video we're talking about JavaScript string. Okay, so I will start by creating my HTML structure. Then inside my body elements, I'll add my script, and then connect my external JavaScript file because I'll be using external JavaScript to write this code. So I will be using src attributes, then giving it a value. The value that I'm giving to it will be the name of my JavaScript file, which is index.js which is the same thing as this one. Okay, then the next thing I'll be doing now is to um I will create a hash1 tag and give it an id name of hash1. You can give it any name you want. This is just an id. Okay, so I can be able to call it here. Okay, so having linked that, let me type something. Let me type some text here. Let me refresh and make sure that my browser is connected. Yeah, my browser is connected. So I will now clean this. Okay, so inside our HTML, inside our JavaScript, what I will now do is let me just first of all create this, what is it called? Let me use documents to connect my elements so that it will be displaying on the screen. So I will say document dot say get element by ID. Then I will now create a parameter. Inside it, I will now pass in the put quote and pass in the name of the ID, which is I use hash1. Then dot inner HTML dot inner HTML. Then I'm supposed to set it equals to button until I create the variable name before I will do that. Okay, so let me move it down so I can write my normal JavaScript string up here. So up here now, what I will now do, let me create a variable. Let me say var a is equal to, let me say a string, because we're talking about string. I will say hello. We'll say hello world. Okay, I don't like using hello. Let me use hello everyone. Everyone. Okay, so what I will now do, I will now set my inner HTML equal to the name of the variable, which is a. So it will display on the screen. Okay, you can see that hello everyone. Okay, so this is a string. String is just kind of a letter enclosed inside a quote. Okay, it can be single quotes, it can be double quotes. Okay, having said that, let me do another thing. Let me create a variable, a var b. So what I want to illustrate that how you can join two string together. It's called concatenation. You can concatenate two string together and it will be one. Okay, so for instance, now let me remove this everyone. Now let me cut it, Control X. Let me cut it. Now you see all the hello here. Then I will now come to this b and I will now set it equal to the world. Hello, the everyone, because I'm not using world, I'm using everyone. And I set it equal to everyone. So I want to you will not see it here because we are only displaying the value of variable a, which is hello, which is our string. So we want to join these two variable together, or kind of want to concatenate these two string, and then it will be displayed completely. So what we will now do, I'll create another variable down here. So now create another variable. Now name it, let me say result or output. Let me say output. You can give it any name you want. This is a variable. You can name your variable anything. Say output. Then I will not I will set it equal to I will say a plus b. Okay, a plus b. So I have done that. So what we'll now do, we'll come to inner HTML, remove this variable and replace it to our new variable, which is output, and it will display 12. You can see in the screen now, hello everyone. But the problem here now is there is no space between them. So that is simple. How to do that? To add space between them, if you put space here, it will not mean anything. It will just remain the way it is. It does not respond to that. So the best way to add space in between the two string is to use when you concatenate, to add space either in number, because you can concatenate string with number. Okay, so the way to space them out is to use this same quote. Use double quotes and then put plus sign, then enter inside that double quote and then space out. It's called giving a white space. So you can see there's space in between them, and if the space is not enough for you, you can actually just come to the back of this plus, it will only give white space once. For instance, if I say more white space, it will just remain like that. It will never increase, so it will always be like that. So for you to add more white space, what you will now do is to come to this plus, put another double quote there, then put your plus, then come inside that double quote and put another space. It's supposed to space out, or is it too small? Why is it not spacing out? It's supposed to space out. I think, let me see something. Let me remove this one. Let me see. It's supposed to be double quotes. Then remove one. Okay. Okay, I think it's only one in between. In between, just maximum of in between. Okay. Then if you want more, you can use break to say move it to next line. I think okay. Okay, so this is how to space them out. No need of adding more space. I think it's take the maximum of this space, okay, to just space the string or the anything you are concatenating to just space them out. Because another thing I want to talk about is there's I said we have single quote and double quotes. For instance, now this place now I can remove this quote now and replace it with single quote. It will still work. Okay, let me also do the same thing here. Press it with single quote and one single quote. It can still work. Two of them does the same thing. But the issue is that if you want to concatenate a string, like this is a string, now if you want to add it inside another string, for instance, and let me clear this thing. Let me say something like let me say let me how will I do this now? Let me open a quote where we write as, let me say something like hello, let me say hello Mr. John. Let me say Mr. Let me use uppercase, Mr. Then I want to put the name of the John inside the quote. Okay, I want to make it another string inside this same string. So what I want, let me put this one so you see understand what I meant. Okay, if I come inside this place and say John, let me use uppercase, so it will stand out. I think, is this thing in the real spelling of John? Or BHN. I think this is the spelling of John. I think this is the spelling of John. Okay, so this place now, you can see now. Let me use I want to use a longer name so it will look more. Let me say Matthew. Say Matthew, so the name will look longer. Okay, so you can see now, it's not seeing this thing as a string because I'm giving a double quote inside a double quote. Okay, so it will not work. So if I want to solve this issue now, just remove this double quote and replace it with single quote. Then this one at its back, and then replace it with single quote. You can see now it will now print it. Hello, Mr. Matthew. You can see that. So if my the main string is something like a single quote, and here is also single quote, it will still not work. It will say error. So the best thing to do is just to remove that single quote and replace it with double for that string that you add inside. To now work. It will now be double quote. So this is how string work in JavaScript. Okay, just know that string is any letter that is letter. It can be letter, it can be number that is enclosed inside the quote. Inside the quote is called a string. Okay, I hope I've nailed it a bit. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next video.